I'm a fat fuck. Holy shit, what happened? Like, look at me. Like, I'm fat. I'm huge. I'm absolutely huge. Just so you guys know, I'm 100% aware of this, and it doesn't offend me. I don't like that I'm fat, but when you tell me, it doesn't offend me. I want to make this video because I have seen so many comments about, holy shit, she got fat. Well, I want to explain a few things. And I'm not going to be talking about this a lot, but first of all, I'm very well aware. Thank you for continuing to allow me to be aware. The second thing is, if you're doing it as an insult, it doesn't offend me. You coming up and telling me I'm fat is literally like you pointing at this guy and saying it's blue. It's like, yes, you pointed out something factual about my body, and the reason it doesn't offend me is because some people are just, you know, they are curious, right? I mean, it's the rudest thing to do. People in the Western society know it's a really rude thing to do. But people are rude on the internet. Some are curious, but the majority say it from some sort of concerned place, as though I should look good for them because, you know, they want something that to potentially F. If I'm not gonna F you and you're not gonna F me, what would it matter what I look like to you? I'm not here to give anybody a boner. I don't care. Even when I was small, you know, I didn't care. I wasn't here to give somebody a boner. That's never been what I'm about. But I'm talking about this because of the massive amount of comments that I got. So here's the first thing. I was already fat. You guys just couldn't see it. I told everybody, I warned everybody on the last channel, this is going to happen if I don't figure out what's going on with my body. There's been a slow progression of weight gain that I can't stop. And it drove me crazy. It still drives me crazy. That's why when people want to try to say something insulting about my weight, there is nothing you can say that isn't 100 times worse than what goes on in my head. You count out evil what goes on in my head when it comes to how I look. Understand, I hate this. But here's the reality of it. And this is something that I will, you know, talk about here and there. I don't want to make it any basis of my channel or anything, but I told everybody I'm sick and I'm gaining weight and it's from being sick and I don't know why, because I tried everything. And this was a slow progression. I think I sit in the 240 pound range. One thing you are going to see, you're going to see my weight go up and down. I've literally had days where in 4 days I lost 10 pounds. And then I've had it where I've gained 2 in 7. It really sucks. I'm not sitting around and eating a bunch of crap. The amount of calories I would have to eat to create this is not, I'm not nearly touching that. So what happened? Well, it's exactly what I said. I'm sick and I'm still trying to get better. And in the process, I've had lots and lots and lots of digestive issues. We are slowly fixing it one by one, but it's like a little bit too little too late. I'm 2'5.5" and between 240 and about 250 pounds. This is miserable. I hate it. And I want people to know, I'm not judging anybody who's bigger at all. If you are big and you feel good in your skin, fuck yes, bitch. Fuck yes, do it. Male or woman, that's great. That's absolutely great. I'm not that kind of person that thinks that, you know, like the Nicole Arbor or the Freelies. Like, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna berate somebody's weight to motivate them. That's a negative motivator. That rarely does long-term lasting good, even if somebody does lose weight, because there's a lot of mental health ramifications, you know, and emotional issues surrounding that. So the more you call me fat, or the more that you tell me I need to lose weight, I don't care. I just don't care. I'll tell you what does bother me, and this is why I will talk about it, is that in our society, we are preconditioned to believe that weight only has to do with the amount of food you eat and the exercise. Now, please listen to this, because a lot of people are gonna misconstrue what I'm saying. When you are a fully functioning When you are a fully functioning, healthy person, this is true. Correct. Science backs it up, and I've done it for myself. What you eat and how you exercise, it's more so eating, it's more so what you put in your mouth, will determine your weight. 100% agree. But the statement is, if you are in good health. And that is where we have issues in our country. Because in our country, many, many women have hormonal issues. Many hormonal issues. On top of that, we get on these birth controls that make our hormones out of whack. That can make you gain weight no matter what. And that is something that I feel like a lot of men still, and not all, but a lot of men in our society still don't understand, because losing weight for men is so much easier because there's a difference in hormones and metabolism. So that's one thing. The device I had, the Paragard IUD, completely fucked up my hormones. It's not supposed to. Copper doesn't affect hormones. Yes, it does. And that's what they don't tell you, among many other wonderful fucking side effects that I've gone into detail and length about. The second thing is, in regards to me, I have I have heavy metal poisoning. That creates inflammation. The device I had creates inflammation. If you have something going in your body that creates inflammation, unless you are somebody that naturally has a fast metabolism and a smaller frame, you can lose weight. That is what happens, period. There's a host of other things. If you suffer from anxiety of any sort, whether it's diagnosed, you just get anxious, that can completely screw up your weight. Your cortisol being off, your adrenals being drained from anxiety, from all of those different things can make you gain weight. The other part is, holy shit, if you smoke, or the food we drink, the food we eat, the water we drink, has so much crap in it. And I'm gonna go a step further. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. Do not put that label on me, Mr. Repsion. Motherfucker, I said I was anti-vaxxer. But I'm not an anti-vaxxer. However, I'm a pro, let's get the bullshit and the heavy metals out of the vaccines. Why is this shit here? There's a lot of toxic cocktail in some of that stuff. And that can create weight gain. There's all kind of reasons why people can have weight gain that have nothing to do with what they eat or how much they exercise, because we live in a world where we are inundated by being poisoned all the time. That is why I'm big. I know how to be small. And that's why when I'm not having a flare-up of fibromyalgia, when I'm having a stint of, if I get a week where I feel good, which I've had and I'm grateful for, I can eat really clean. My digestive system is on, I can eat clean and I can lose some weight very quickly. But then the flare-up comes, and no matter what I do, it comes back. Another thing people are gonna point out, let's talk about this, you gain weight because you eat pizza and chips, fat bitch. So I'm gonna talk about that. There was a time where I couldn't keep food in my system. My digestive system was so messed up that I just got constantly sick. I do have diagnosed IBS. Again, Paragard IUD, thank you so much for all the wonderful symptoms. During that time, I had to eat heavy foods, so just to keep stuff in my system. Medication to help with this didn't help, and in fact backfired and caused other symptoms like heart issues and shakiness and stuff that was even worse. And the reason is, and this is what I'm learning, this is what we think is going on, is from the heavy metals that have been in my system, copper and aluminum, especially copper. I just lost my train of thought. Damn it. You're gonna see this a lot too. Sorry, give me a second. Come back. I'm not gonna edit this. I don't care. Come back. Where was I going? Come back. Oh, okay. So the heavy metals, basically, it causes a form of IBS, and there are a few reasons. And one of the main ones is your body's trying to get rid of stuff as quick as possible. It doesn't want it in the system. And so when I take medication to stop that up, then all the metals are sitting swirling around at the surface, and it fucks with my heart, fucks with all these other things. That's why I can't take medication for it. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. When I'm having a flare-up, I can't portion control the way I want. Doesn't mean I sit and eat hordes, but I can't portion control the way I want. I can't do things the way I want because my digestive system is doing something else. It's just what it is. Am I planning to lose weight? I cannot wait. I still work at it. It's just I have to work around what is happening in my body. There's just no way around it, unfortunately. I'm not one of those people where I'm gonna scream, fat is healthy. No, it's not. This is not healthy. What I look like, this is awful, and it feels awful. Like I'll probably try to do a funny video about this, like all the things I've learned about being morbidly obese. Remember, I did that video, and I'll put it back up. I think it's still up, so I'll link it, that I said I'm now obese. I caught so much shit for that. I remember, and God love them, I'm saying this with love, I believe it was Failure Hates You. Hey Failure, go subscribe to Failure Hates You, Tonka Saw, Van Candy, the Kumite. They're great, they've been great to me. They're good people, but they kind of ripped on me, and they didn't understand what was going on at the time. About because I looked fine. To a lot of people I looked great, and as I said, you're seeing from the waist up. All the weight I've been gaining when I was on YouTube, it was in my hips, my thighs, my ass, like I had talked about. And I said, at some point, if this doesn't stop, you're gonna see it. And now the day has come. You see it everywhere. It's unavoidable. But I warned everybody this was happening, and people thought I was saying stuff for sympathy. No, I was saying it in mourning because I saw where everything was going. Some good news. again, I'll do a separate video for this, but health-wise, we are figuring out and we are fixing what's going on with my stomach and my digestive system. Thank fuck. The problem is, it's too little too late and 140 pounds later. How the fuck do you lose 140 pounds? I have no clue. I've only been as overweight as going up to like 160 from the tumor that I had, so several years ago. So I don't know how, like, this is going to be very difficult. I'm worried about things. I'm worried about, like, when I'm finally able to lose weight, am I going to have loose skin? You have stretch marks all over my body. Like, I look like I've gone through pregnancy. It's awful, but I have to keep hope and I have to keep faith. And that's what I'm doing. Because slowly, and thank God I've had the right specialist in all this, I am getting better. I am slowly pulling myself out of the trenches, and we're getting there, and I'm taking leaps. The problem is, and when you're in the trench, no matter what you do, as you pull yourself out, you're gonna get muddy. So just be prepared. You're gonna see weight fluctuations on both directions. Hopefully, my hope, and I've done this for 3 months successfully, except for this last 3-week flare-up, oh my God, I can keep it, but so I can make it so I'm at least not perpetually gaining weight. That's what I'm trying to do, is at least, okay, if I'm gaining and losing the same 10 pounds, great. I just don't want to keep inching up. But it might happen before the process is over, my body getting rid of what it wants to get rid of. And then it's not just that, like, my specialist has had to warn me, you know, it's not just getting rid of the stuff, your body also has to heal. You have to heal, you have to go through that process. So just so everybody knows, that's what's happening. I can't wait to get better. I can't wait to get this weight off of me. I just have to be patient. It might take another year. I never thought 2 years ago when roommate came to get me and brought me to Oklahoma, I had no idea this was 2 years later and this was what was gonna happen. I was worried it would, but no fucking clue. But that's what happens, right? Life throws us curveballs. And hopefully, as new evidence and new findings are coming out about some of these birth control devices, including the Paragard IUD, women would be able to be compensated for their time and suffering and the years they've lost of their life because they didn't properly test it, they knew certain side effects and hid it from the public, allegedly, from some of the evidence coming out, which I will go over that over time. But I want people to be aware because there are going to be comments. And there's one other thing before I go I want you to think about. To the people who don't understand this, who think I'm just using, like, what is it called, like fat logic, or like I'm just trying to justify why I'm big. That is not at all the case. In fact, I might throw up some pictures as I'm talking and you can see this is what I looked like when roommate came to get me. I was really cute. It was very tiny and I miss that. But I have to let my body, sometimes you just have to go through hell. It's like what Winston Churchill said, when you go through hell, keep going. I just have to keep going and I have to have faith my body's doing what it needs to do. And when my body gets to a certain place, and I've seen it, I've had a handful of times where I've lost weight really quickly. It will happen. It will happen. It's just gonna be a progression. And to the people who maybe don't understand this or think I'm trying to excuse away weight gain or whatever, please understand this. The person you may be judging or making fun of in your mind about their weight and why they look a certain way and why they look miserable, that person could be in a whole lot of physical pain and be going through a whole lot of physical stuff you can't begin to understand. Not every fat person or obese person you meet is that way because they gorge themselves on crap food. That is something that I would like to help bring more awareness to, so that maybe we can be a bit more compassionate and focus more on health aspect. Because being overweight or obese is not healthy, but sometimes it happens because there is a health issue in your body and it is becoming more and more prevalent from what I believe, and I'm gonna keep researching, is just the fact that we are so inundated with poisonous crap that is introduced into our bodies and our society consistently. Some people's bodies can get rid of it and handle it better, some people can't. Some people go what I go through, some people go 20 years without issues and then have cancer. And I think this needs to stop. We need to stop poisoning ourselves and allowing corporations and allowing crap to come in and to do this. We need to try to set a better world for our kids, and we need to stop trying to shame one another for how we look or the health issues we have and try to get to the root cause, because shouldn't we all try to just help each other feel as good as we can? That's where I'm at, and that's what I'm going to continue to try to, you know, bring evidence to and champion for. Ow, I just got itches everywhere on my face. I think my hair's went crazy. so that's it. I just wanted to kind of tell people, if they, you know, this is the video, this is the fat video. I know I'm a land whale. I'm huge. Holy shit, my boobs got huge, and not in a cute way. Like, it is awful. I don't like this, and hopefully I will be able to change it soon, but if it's not soon, I'm going to allow myself and my body the compassionate time it needs. Sooner than later, says my ego, is preferable, but you know what? Not everything in life is about how you look. And I'll tell you right now, and I've said this before, two of my biggest fears, I would say actually my biggest, was gaining weight. I always had a hard time with my weight, to a degree. And I think I understand reasons why now. It's kind of becoming more clear. I always wanted to look very, very good. I always prided myself on trying to look good when it came to being healthy and being small. And on top of that, one of my biggest fears was gaining weight and doing it in front of people. Well, I conquered that. So to everybody who watched me, thank you. You helped me overcome that fear. And you helped me really get it into my head. And you know how you can have like standards for yourself that you think about yourself or not for, but not for other people? Like you put judgments on yourself that you don't judge other people with. And that's something I've had to do. I've had to stop being really judgmental with myself and just accept it. And the reason I don't allow this to let me get too depressed, even though it sucks and there are days like today I don't feel good at all, and I've gained some weight and it hurts. It now hurts when I gain weight. I just say, you know, I accept this. I don't like it, but I can't change it. I accept it, and I have faith that if I am supposed to be healthy again, which I believe we are all supposed to be in decent health, that my body will come back to that. And if not, there is a reason, and I will figure it out, and I will adapt. So, thank you for watching. Love you guys, and if you're going through something, just keep going. And at least you have a channel here that supports you on your journey, and hopefully we can all get to better health, no matter what that is. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Goodbye.